Brian, the good times on the eShop continue.
It's been a pretty good run. 2012, treating the eShop, which we have spent a long time disparaging.
But the latest is another Nintendo published one.
Okay.
So they had Pushmo, and then there's been some other good ones, Super Mighty Force, and some other third-party Mutant Muds just came out. But this newest one is another Nintendo published one called Sakura Samurai Art of the Sword.
Art of the Sword.
And the best way to describe it is if you were to take the mechanics of Punch-Out, set it in a samurai world, you're a female, and it's an adventure game.
So like story elements in between Punch-Out fights.
Not really. I wouldn't say story as much as, so you've got this overworld map, which allows you to.
You also got cherry blossoms.
Yeah, there's different fights that occur at these different areas.
Okay.
So, for example,
This is kind of nice. I like the art style.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking game. Some of the textures kind of give the suggestion this may have been a DSiWare game at some point. They're just a little bit muddier than you would expect on the 3DS. But
I don't know. This looks a lot better than anything I would expect to see on the DS. Okay, so you've got multiple dudes.
Got multiple dudes. I can try and switch between them, but the game will auto-align you with whoever's attacking you.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about like, oh god, I'm just gonna get worked from the back.
Nope. And so when they turn red, that's when they're doing like a power swing. That's when they're communicating kind of what they're about to do.
Yeah.
You can get these precision points. Precision points are when you successfully dodge an oncoming attack where you're waiting to the point where you're putting yourself in danger. Otherwise, you can sort of just keep dodging, but the game rewards you with these precision points that you can then take into shops and exchange for gold.
So
you can use to buy items.
The tighter your timing in a fight, the more reward you're gonna get.
Yeah, kind of the more it's the risk reward. You can just dump around. I'll show what that looks like. I can just keep moving around this guy, but I'm not gonna get rewarded any precision points for just dodging on them. But if I wait, then I get a precision point.
So what are you actually doing? What are the actual controls like?
So B plus moving left, right, forward, and back allows you to dash, and then A is attacking. You can hold X to kind of do a free run if you really just need to get out of the way. But if you just stand still, the game will auto turn to anybody that's attacking you several moments before it actually occurs, which gives you time to sort of like take a breather and get ready for the oncoming attack. And then
so what's your objective here on this map right now? Where are we
so right
trying
now
to get to?
The thing over on the top where that's got the little, I don't know if that's a leaf or, yeah, sure.
It's another little cherry blossom.
That's basically where the first boss is.
Let's go fight the boss.
Well, hold on. Let's
go fight the boss.
I know bosses are cool. I
boss,
agree.
boss.
So you have this whole town. That this is where you come save. This is where you come to the shop, buy new items.
Get your frogs.
So you come to this guy, and so he notices that, hey, you've got 6 precision points. You can, I don't know why you would want to hold on to them, but if you decide you want to sell them, okay, I see why you'd want to hold on to them. So when I only had 3 precision points, he only gave me 3 gold. Now I have 6 precision points, and he gives me 10 gold. The problem is, the moment you make one mistake, you lose all the precision points.
Oh,
so
okay.
If you want to go cash it all in, maybe you want to do that, or do you want to hold out, maybe get some more points, so that you can get sort of a higher ratio when you go to sell them.
So like another risk-reward system on top.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything else you could do with the precision points other than cash them in?
Not that I can tell so far.
Okay.
I am still in the first world.
What can you buy here?
So you can buy. So you'll see the bottom screen that corresponds to the D-pad. So you got up, down, left, right. The up is things to replenish your health.
That's right. Healing things. You've got
frogs,
daggers.
which basically staggers an opponent, which allows you to kind of just jump in and start attacking him.
What's the little black bar on the bottom?
Throwing daggers, that's self-explanatory. Your sword will deteriorate over time.
Oh, okay.
So it'll become weaker. I don't know if it can break.
Whetstone.
I haven't gotten that far down that path, but you can buy these so that if you're in the middle of a battle, you're going to be having weaker attacks unless you sort of employ one of those. You've got a revive, kind of a Phoenix down sort of item, but that's pretty expensive. And then
I was gonna say you've for the price of these items, you've only got 14 gold.
Yeah. So what ends up happening? I thought when I saved it would save it, but there'll be this little frog that appears on the map, who's kind of your sensei at the beginning, and anytime he's next to an area, that means that's sort of a gold proficient territory. So any dude you take out will give you 5 gold each.
Okay, got it.
So when you go through places and if you die, the game will respond to that by putting out this frog. That means you go back to that area, you fight through it again, and you'll get some gold. So you can buy new items, or if you come to this shop, you can upgrade your sword. There's 2 ways you can upgrade your sword. You can forge it, you can sharpen it. One's cheaper than the other, but one corresponds more to sturdiness, the other corresponds to power.
Okay.
But I don't have enough for that, so I'll do one of the mini games and I'll buy some items.
Get out of here, Peanut.
And we're gonna go fight the boss. Let's see. So in these, there's 2 different mini games. I'm sure there are more in like different towns, but there's the 2 that involve watermelons. One involves slicing them in half. The other involves picking the right smiley face. And you can either bet how much gold, and then you can kind of get something in response to that based on how much you bet. Or, I don't know what these do yet, but you can try and play for stamps. And stamps, if you collect enough of them, they promise that you'll be able to get prizes. So I assume that means probably better swords. If you look at the bottom, there's a special attack gem. I assume there's probably more of those that I haven't collected yet. So
Yeah.
if you want some more of those items, let's see if, I was almost at 10, so let's see if I do this, maybe I will get enough stamps to get a special item.
Oh God, what is that?
That's your sensei. He's a creepy green dude that looks like all these people look like they should be in a Zelda game.
A little bit. Do you know who actually developed this?
I read somewhere that it was Skip, but I don't know that for sure. It's not mentioned anywhere prolifically. Oh no.
Oh.
I'm whiffing, I have to get 5 of these. Oof. Damn, I'm not getting in the middle. This is bad.
So they want you to get it like
bad.
right in the middle?
Yep.
Got
I will
it.
say the 3D does help in this one, and I don't have it on right now. That's also a convenient excuse. Oh, I have to get all 3 of these. Nope.
You're boned.
Yep. I like how they just keep going though, just to insult me. So anyway, if I'd gotten that, you get stamps that goes onto your. Oh, I got a free one. Okay, maybe that turns into something now that I have 10. Yeah, I would love an awesome prize.
You got Sakura rice cake.
All right, so yeah, so that increases my health. Replenishes my health in the middle of battle. So now let's go buy some items. Because I lost when I tried to fight the boss battle last time. So I already got those. I don't know if the frog will help me. 9 gold. I don't need that. 2 each. 3 each.
I don't know. Hold on to your money. Doesn't seem like there's anything here that.
No, 'cause the boss when he starts switching things up, I could use. I could use
the
some.
distance. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get the timing down. Okay. So you see, like the texture on that guy's face is kind of warped. Just kind of giving a suggestion that maybe this, like some other 3DSware eShop games, may have started life on a different platform. Because this game does have some use of 3D, but it's not extensive, and it doesn't use the touchscreen. So this is the first kind of boss world you go to. We have to fight through a series of enemies as you make your way to the boss. And actually at the top there is that meter that's filling up, and that will allow you to unleash a super attack with the Y button.
Nice little depth of field going on there.
Yeah. So you kind of just move through all these different rooms. So here's a different set of enemies. So these guys have some... Not this guy. See, I moved too quickly in that section, so I didn't get the precision point. So the game's not going to reward you for jumping all over the place. And now I lost all.
So far, have the enemies been much more complicated than what we just saw there, or?
No, these are pretty simple. I mean, this is the first world. I have to assume that as you go to later ones, it'll get more complex.
Yeah.
I haven't had much need to use the block at all. I've been able to just dodge. I don't know if that will end up just being sort of a playstyle preference, but when you block, you also, while you don't have to move, and it's not as much timing based because you can just hold down R or L, your sword will deteriorate faster as a result.
Got
So
it.
that's kind of the, again, it's like Punch Out, kind of a game of risk rewards in terms of how you want to play. Just talk. So these guys used to take 2 hits, but since I upgraded my sword, they take 1 hit. And every stage you complete, kind of like a Zelda game, you get a little piece of a heart. And then, so now I'm up to, 6 hearts, but I started out with 3.
So polite of these guards to wait one at a time.
Oh, I know. All right, so now I've got my special. The special didn't do anything for me when I was at the boss, so I'll just show it off rather than hoarding it for that scenario. The ones that would be super useful, if there's like any sort of area effect ones that would affect multiple guys, because that's kind of where you can get in trouble is if you, this is essentially becomes a rhythm game at some point, and the moment you become kind of out of sync with the rhythm of the game, it can get real frustrating real fast.
Yeah, cut that dude.
Oh, great.
That guy just drop a whetstone.
Yep. So I am all loaded up for this boss battle.
Well, good luck, Patrick.
I know. I got halfway through it last time.
Has there been a lot of like dialogue or story stuff so far in the game?
No, there was some intro cutscene giving you some sort of reason that you're on this quest, but as far as I can tell, that's fairly inconsequential.
Yeah.
It's just a reason to slash some dudes. But especially compared to even some of the stuff that Nintendo has put out on the eShop, this is a fairly involved offering. There's quite a bit going on. Oh, I lost all my precision points.
All right, come on, dude. Psych.
Okay.
Sucker.
Oh, and I get a heart just before I go in. To fight the boss.
All right, what kind of boss are we looking at here? Here in
Dude with
the ninja
a
castle.
real big dude with a real big sword. He's the lord of the castle, I believe. So just like any kind of game that relies on sort of the punch out kind of mechanics, a lot of it is in the first parts of the battle figuring out what's this guy doing, trying to find a way to.
What's the pattern?
Yep. See, I started messing up my sword. Let's see if any of my stuff does anything. Nope. Okay, that does do something. Good. That was used too early, but oh well.
Oh yeah! Nice little effect there.
The problem this is. Oh Okay. That's the first time I've had to use block. Right, I got this guy's number. Boom!
Cleaned his clock.
All right. The frenzy is what killed me last time. He would just start attacking me, and because the game hadn't forced me to use the block in any other scenario, I just didn't even think about touching it, but that is what saved me there. Apparently a princess. Sure, it's a Nintendo game.
Ninja Princess. Save a record.
Well, thanks, game. If there's anything you count on a Nintendo game, it's reminding you to take a break.
Stop playing our game, says Nintendo.
All right, let's check the first area of the next one and see if the enemies change at all.
Yeah, because I'm curious.
Similar environment. All right, so he takes more than one attack. So they'll do that pretty often, kind of try to jump fake you. Okay, that's a lot faster. So to get my precision points is a lot more difficult with these guys because the timing window is just so much smaller.
It's got to be on top of your stuff. Nice.
Sucker. Oh. Ding. So it seems like that's, maybe it's possible the enemies stay roughly constant, but that their timing windows just become smaller and smaller as you go along. So there, now I've gotten enough to increase my health count. And yeah, it's that seems to be kind of probably what the basic pattern is here. You'll, go from little area to area, collecting health chunks, move it along, go into the next village to buy new items, do new mini games, and
right.
get some new items. Yeah, it's this is a game that not too long ago would have been a retail product, and right now it's $6.99 on the eShop. So.
Wow, that sounds great. So not really much in the way of a narrative per se.
Nah, there's a reason that you're doing stuff, but it's nothing that you need to worry about. It's more just, do you like slashing dudes? Do you like Punch Out? Would you like it if there was more to Punch Out than just slashing dudes?
Like if you had to fight multiple guys.
Yeah, and it seems to handle all that stuff really well. It could be super frustrating if you were, if I like the fact that it auto directs you to whoever you have to be dealing with, so you can focus on solely attacking, blocking, or dodging, rather than having you can easily see how it could have been like, hey, on an L and R, you can switch between enemies, so you can pick who you want to fight.
Right, it becomes this strategic management of like, who am I facing at any given time, and the guy that I wasn't facing ended up attacking me, and then I got stunned, and then the other guy attacked me, and.
Yeah, and there's certainly probably something to be said for that, but I do appreciate and enjoy that it's purely just I dash, I attack, I block, and then I have some items to kind of mix it up.
Do some ninja business.
Exactly. So that is Sakura Samurai. It is out now from Nintendo in the eShop for $6.99. I like me some Punch Out, and hopefully you do too. So
fantastic. Well,
thank you, Ryan.
Thank you for showing it to us.